What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the automation station here with the PeakBot team. I am Dylan, joined by my co-founder and co-host Ben. Ben, happy Friday. How are you, man?
Happy Friday. I am doing good. Looking forward to a nice long weekend here.
Yes, needed, much needed. Not the weather we want in here in northern New Jersey, though, is it?
No, definitely not.
We missed it by like 4 days. We had a couple really, really hot days, and in the middle of the week, that's actually maybe the weekend was hot, but anyway, hopefully you got some fun plans, Ben. We'll probably end up hanging out. There's always a barbecue involved, I'm sure.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Your pops is barbecuing like always.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. On Memorial Day, they'll be having a party.
Fantastic. So hope everybody has some fun plans, and hopefully you're not in the part of the country we are. We've got a packed show today. Might have a special guest joining us, not 100% sure, but maybe in about 15, 20 minutes, we may bring on one of our new partners to talk about their results and their strategies. We'll keep that person anonymous for now, so you have to hang tight. We're going to talk about our own strategies and results, as always. We're going to take a look at the King family, King AI Turbo, which are our 1DTE Iron Condor strategies on SPX. And as always, they've been crushing it. And so we're going to take a look at that and talk about some new bots and maybe some new partners, all of the good things. So Trader Trivia. So we'll do that. Feels like it's been a while since we've done Trader Trivia. So Ben, why don't we get into it, man? Where do you want to start? I mean, we can always start with King AI and King AI Turbo while we're waiting for some people to join here. What do you think?
Yeah, let's get into King AI Turbo, and then we'll bring on our guest, and then we'll do some Trader Trivia with the guest.
Yeah, there we go.
About their trading. How about that?
Deal. All right, sounds good. So I'm going to pull up my screen here. We're going to get started. We're going to talk about our King AI strategy. For those of you who are not familiar, that is our 1DTE Iron Condor strategy on SPX. Very strict entry criteria. The body of the Condor adjusts based on volatility and other events based on our AI model that we built. We ride it till it dies. We let it go to expiration. It takes about 12 trades a month. So here's the results sheet. Let me just pull this up here. We're going to add this to stage. All right. So what we can see here is all live results. I'll zoom in a second. Don't worry. First of all, let's just look at the totals here. All right. So this bot launched in September of last year. Ben, soon we're going to be saying that's a year ago, which is just terrible. That's terrible. Awesome for the bot. Terrible that much time has passed already. Time flies when you're building an automation business. So the total return, again, we have the budget down here of $10,000. Oops, sorry about that. That's just with some buffer. Make sure everybody's got breathing room to survive some drawdowns. The bot's actually only using $2,000 in cash. So if we're talking cash on cash return with a $3,000 return, we're looking at over 150% cash on cash. However, if you want to do it off the 10K, that's 30%. Still fantastic returns. We're streaking here a little bit, Ben. We got 4 wins in a row here, and a good amount.
Hoping the market calms down a bit today.
Yeah. So we are in a position today. You got strikes or a chart by any chance?
I do. You want me to pull up the chart here?
Get it ready while I look at the monthly here. So here's the action for 1 unit of King AI in the month of May thus far. Still got some time left. A lot of no trades as expected. One big loss in here. I remember that one. I forget exactly what threw us off that day, but I don't even think it was close. But so overall, King AI just absolutely crushing it. And then Turbo, same thing as of late as far as results, but just more aggressive and higher returns. This spot's made Ben, that's crazy. $4,500 since launch on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this bot stacks.
This bot stacks, dude.
It's fast though. Like the premiums are large that it brings in.
Yeah, it's looking for very specific entry criteria. I mean, like we all remember February. I remember February. That's when I was on turbo. As we know, I like to personally, not financial advice, I retreat normally just to King AI because I'm not the super aggressive type. But I mean, my goodness, maybe I gotta. Then I'm not gonna get back on turbo. I don't want to ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, don't ruin it for everybody. But we're towing the turbo line today. Let me share my screen. I've got strikes up.
What we got?
Got the strikes. So here's where we're at for King AI and King AI Turbo today. So the outside horizontal lines are the King AI strike prices. The inside horizontal lines are the King AI Turbo prices. So the strike price on the call side for King AI Turbo is at $74.95. We just need SPX to stay below that until 4 p.m. today. So as you can see, we're kind of bouncing right off of it. Call it $74.95 resistance, call it 7,500 resistance, but we've bounced off it twice so far. I'm kind of hoping we don't retest that today. Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report brought us down earlier today. The overall sentiment, as we can see, was not great. And we shot right back up from that. So there are other pressures adding into the market, forcing price to move back upwards. Hopefully that kind of just fizzles out. We see some profit taking for the rest of the day because the week overall is up. We opened around 7,400. We're going to close around 7,490, hopefully around there. So a nice gain this week, and we will be heading into the long weekend. I'm not sure if the bots are going to trade today based on the machine learning models and such. We will find out later.
Not VIX though. VIX is in play.
VIX, I believe, is in play. Yeah, because we gapped up. VIX probably decreased.
Okay, excellent. Well, best of luck. I'm in King AI right now. I'm hoping for the same thing everybody's hoping for. Best of luck to anybody in turbo.
So King AI, the dollar amount to look for there is 75.15.
Yep.
So currently got $25 out of the money.
A little more breathing room, and you can see it, right? There's a reason why King AI Turbo earns a lot more premium because it's just tighter.
I mean, look at the downside. Look at that.
I know that's puts, wild,
right? Yeah. That put is $50 higher than King AI's put. Pretty crazy.
And the credit earned, I think King AI took in. Don't quote me on this. I can look at it. Maybe $180.
And King AI Turbo took in like 310, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, makes sense. Awesome. All right, so King AI and King AI Turbo, crushing it as always. If you want to get started, head on over to PeakBot.com. You can schedule time with us. You can get signed up. You can trade multiple tiers on that strategy. Don't know what you're doing if you're not. So anyway, hey, we're gonna change shifts here, gears with the shift.
Shift gears.
We're on a car guy, actually, aren't we? So that was appropriate. And maybe change up the music. So what we're gonna be bringing on one of our newest partners. His name is Logan. We're gonna bring it on in just a second to pronounce his last name because I think I know it, but I don't want to do that. But Laj Trading, founder of Laj Trading, Logan's an excellent 0DTE SPX trader. Well, excellent trader in general, but he's found his niche here in automated copy trading with PeakBot. So why don't we bring Logan on? Logan, who's gonna bring up Logan here? I'll do it. Here we go. Oh, now we're all clicking. Logan,
boom. We're here.
What's up, dude? How are you?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
Excellent, man. Thank you so much for joining us. Audio's good. You can hear us okay. Everything's good, right?
Yeah, everything's perfect.
Awesome, man. Where are you calling in from today? I know you're always moving around. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Michigan currently, so Eastern time zone. So
nice.
12.
You know,
right?
that's always crazy to me, to think about Michigan being in the Eastern time zone because it's in New Jersey. I think about a drive to Michigan. It's got to be an 8-hour drive, 10-hour drive,
yeah.
at least something like that. It's pretty far. So, okay, we won't get into it.
I know what you were going to say. Can I guess what you were going to say?
Yeah.
Was it the Florida fun fact?
No,
time zones.
I was going to ask, how late does it stay light out in Michigan?
8:30. 8:30.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of similar to here. I'd like to think probably a little longer right now.
Yeah. Right now for sure. Yeah, 8:30. I would say.
Damn. All right. Excellent. Well, we're not here to talk about the weather, although we always end up doing that. Logan, why don't we dive in a bit more to you and our partnership, I'll lay it out just a little bit more. Again, Logan's a trader. We were fortunate enough to meet him down at Trader Fest, hosted by Tradier and Sibo. Great event. Thank you so much. Founder of Laj Trading. I'm going to let you do the explaining as to the community in which you've built based on the strategies that you trade. So why don't I just hand it over to you, introduce yourself a bit more. I'm going to see if we can get you in the top slot there, and
Sure.
Go for it, man. Introduce yourself.
All right. So yeah, of course, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm a big credit spread trader. I'm an options seller to the T, and I've been very fortunate to be in the content space for 6 years now and be very consistent with content, trading, everything that relates to that. So yeah, that's kind of my whole story. Is I was just somebody who started buying options like everybody does. And then once I started to realize that, like, if you just have the capital to sell, you don't really have to go work ever again, because you can just sell options with a high level of, especially on SPX or XSP, like even for the most typical person, right? What's the average salary in the US is 50 grand a year, right? Per person. Okay, cool. You make 50 grand, you pay the IRS like 12%. But with SPX, you have 60% of your gains or 0% capital gains. Yeah. So if you just build your skill, you literally can make 50 grand trading and pay 3 grand in taxes a year. So you're actually like, kind of better off building the skill anyway, because if you have a job and you trade, you can make 6 figures a year, put you in the top 1% of the world. And like at that point, that was kind of what my motivation was like, I always was like, man, trading would be cool to do as a side thing. And then all of a sudden it just became my full thing. And, now we have the full automated copy trading with you guys. And, it's been doing good so far, and a lot of warm leads coming in for guys that want to continue, guys that we've had so much success this week that we've seen a lot of people interested in up in their tier from just the 1 times amount to 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Going from there. So yeah, of course, with the 100% win rate, and today we're looking at, I think 1.8% more or 1.4. It'll put us over 14%.
Yeah. Hell yeah. What do you got? So actually I want to talk about your trade today, but to back it up just a little bit, I think you said something really important. Obviously, to be able to take advantage of the stock market and make that type of cash to where it can replace your, typical, income, it takes, you got to have, like you said, you got to have the cash, got to get there. Tell us a little bit about how you found yourself in a position where you were able to scale your account to such a place. Talk to us about kind of your ascend to where you are now, and then let's get into the copy trading and your strategy.
Yeah. So, my big story is turning 300,000 into 2.4 million from there. And like the IRS shows up, takes half, and you're like, man, that's the most humbling experience. I think 2 Chainz talked about that, the rapper, where he made 2 million his first like good year rapping, and he was left with like 1 because he's like, damn, the IRS literally took half. And at that point you start to look at like, okay, how can I sustainably make $500,000 a year? And I think that's kind of my new approach in life is I've had the 7-figure years. I can still do it, but it's the stress. What do you want to put on yourself? So yeah, that's my track record from back in the day. And a lot of that capital came from trading over time with smaller amounts, building my YouTube ad revenue to sustainable amounts, being very diligent. And then also like I've had my hand in other businesses since I was a teenager, like including even a CBD company. And, a lot of what I made, I added to my Robinhood port at that time and switched to TOS and was trading there for a while. And then, just started to really grow this once I had more of a sustainable backup business set. Cause I was like, I was at the time I was 24 and I was like, well, I'm making $250,000 a year. So what if I take this $250,000 and just try to run it hard? Worst case, let's say I took a setback and lose 50%. It's like, I'm still young. I can push myself. And, I think my goal now moving forward is just kind of sustainably making $500,000 a year. Cause then at that point you can basically do whatever you want. I mean, because, there's really no limits to life at that point. So
everything's accessible. Hey, so we got Scooby here. I'm looking forward to joining in June when PDT is over. My PDT account is already trading every day. We're excited about this. It's going to open it's going to cast the net so much wider here, lower the barrier of entry. Everybody's going to be able to get involved. Doug, what's going on, man? Good to see you. So Logan, congrats on what you've been able to build, not only for your own wealth, but also for this community of traders and investors, retail traders behind you. So that's why we wanted to connect with you, right? And we wanted to start automating your strategy. Ben's got the results up on screen here. So why don't we talk more about that? Talk to us a little bit more about the strategy that you're deploying right now. Is it more so a field thing, day in, day out? Do you have very strict entry criteria? Talk to us about this strategy.
Yeah, so for me, I mean, it's a really big, it really comes down to the expected move. So that's given out every day, and I have a Discord bot that gives me the EM every day, and that's at like 4:30 p.m. It spits out where we close. And we've had just really good credit spread setups. And what I mean by that is, you know, if the expected move is 50 points when you wake up and the market's already moved 50 points, I can go 100 points away from where it closed yesterday and place a trade. And that's kind of what I do. As you guys can see, like, I'm looking at like that 1 to 3% picked up per day. And it depends, right? If I'm looking, you know, if the setup isn't as pretty as it should be based on like if volume distribution is going up or down, right? At that time, if the setup's not as pretty, I shoot for less. So like a 1% account gain, right? Less risk, less contracts are being taken. And my whole goal really is that, you know, selling spreads isn't about being right. It's about not being wrong, right? That is the ultimate goal, right? So, and this is something, you know, I've come from a banking mindset. We'll be up 14.5% this week. That's not my goal every week. It's just this week has been beautiful every single day. It's
the setups were there.
Yeah, we opened up every day, either down or up at the EM, what was expected. And every day the market has decided to trend to fill the gap and lay scalp out or not push super hard the other direction. And of the day it did, which I think was 2 days ago, Wednesday, like when it got a little bit dicier. At that point, by the time it was getting dicey, we had already had enough time decay on those contracts that like I could have just stopped out. Or if I did get pushed up at the end of the day, we're losing like $400. You know, it's not like super detrimental. So that's my strategy consists of this idea that I like to start out a little aggressive, 14.5% in the first week. And then when the account gets up 60, 70, 80%, I start to take bigger stabs and get a little bit more loose with my risk management. And what that allows me to do is the freedom of like, oh shit, I'm shooting. Sorry.
That's okay, man. It's okay. It plays.
I'm shooting for like a 6% trade. And then if you do get stopped out, you know, and have to take a loss and it might be a little bit bigger, but you're like, okay, well, I went from being up 70% on the year to maybe 55, you know, whatever it is, right? I'm just making up a number. So it's like, it's a very different position than if you're already down 20% on the year and someone's trying to take big stabs at something. So, because the option selling space can be ruthless for taking big positions, right? Like you can, you know, sell at the money or something, and the market can rip 40 points through their face like immediately, depending on your setup. So it really comes down to me. It's the expected move. If we're expected 50 points and we see that before open, that's a 0 DT, get me in, and not expect a 2x move because it's a 94% chance that we stay within the 2x of the expected move. So, which today is where I'm at. I'm at 75.50. Woke up, grabbed that, got a 5% return on the collateral, or 4.5 or 5, and it's like the EM today was that we would land at 74.94. Was that like if we hit the exact 1 EM band?
Exactly.
I'm so far away from that right now, and it's like, okay, even if I'm so late in the day that I could take this off for like 10-cent debit, but you know, I don't mind keeping it on for a little bit longer. Right now it's trading at 13 cents on those two. I got them for 90. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah, right. One thing that I wanted you to maybe talk a little bit more on is risk management, right? Like if a trade does start to go sour, like let's say price starts moving against you, is your mindset more so let's just stop loss? Is your mindset let's double down or get into an opposing position? Like, how do you kind of think about your trades as price starts moving against you?
Yeah, so it really depends on what time of the day it happens. If it's right away in the morning and I'm getting beat up, I'll just get out. If it's the first 30 minutes, the first hour, we're talking like a 40, 50 point move right against me right away. I like to get out, but if it's later in the day, I don't mind waiting until like 2:30 p.m. to kind of figure it out, because if I'm relying on the expected move and I'm outside of what's expected, there's a lot of days where we've seen a 60-point EM, and let's say it opens up at like 30 points up and you're 80 points up and you're starting to it goes up to the 70 and you're getting close to being tested. Well, if it's that late in the day, those contracts are squeezed out so little that you can be a little bit more, I call it lazy, and okay, if I get breached, I'll take this off type of risk management late in the day. But if you get breached early, it's expensive. Like those contracts can shoot up in value quite a bit. So that's where I start to rely on like the rolling and hedging opportunities as well. Like I could move that trade out a week and start to trade around that roll, which is why I try to get value out of the markets first really quickly, grow that portfolio. So then I kind of have this like house money to play with, hedge with, roll with. And then, like I said, my benchmark is if I can do 50% a year, I'm in a great spot. And I think the Ladge bot 200 to 300% is kind of my big goal. Like if I get to that kind of staple, I'll really pull the risk back until I can reset, at the next tax or whatever. If we're,
I'll tell you what, your followers would absolutely love that. Of course, as we all know, past results are not indicative of future results.
Right.
But just to put this in perspective, like if somebody was copying you this week, I'm just looking at the results page. What's your gain looking like today? Let's assume that you win this trade.
So right now
dollars, how many dollars?
We're up $150 with $22 left in value.
Okay, so call it 170. So far on the week, you're up 770. So we're looking at like $940. So that's a $940 gain in a single week copying your trades. And this is all in one account that you were trading, $10,000 of cash in that account. That's what you need to follow Logan's trades. So overall, like, hey, great starting week here. And we've been talking to you about your trades. We like your style. We think that there's obviously a really good fit here. So we're absolutely looking forward to continuing the success here.
Definitely.
Logan, keep it up, man. We love having you on here, and we know that you're great with content. So I'm sure you'll see more of us here. And just for anybody who's not familiar, again, Logan Ladge Trading, fully automated copy trading on SPX. You can head on over to laj.peakbot.com and you can get signed up there or use the chat if you have any questions. So, Logan, thanks so much for coming on, man. And we will be sure to see you again here on the Tradier Hub soon, hopefully.
Hey, I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Thanks so much, man. Best of luck with the rest of your trade.
Enjoy
Memorial Day, man.
Happy Memorial Day. Real quick, any big plans? Any big plans for Memorial Day?
This is kind of hilarious. For this weekend, I'm seeing a buddy I haven't seen in a long time. We're actually seeing Gucci Mane in concert, but with a trap orchestra. It's an orchestra. It's not like a DJ. It's him with a trap orchestra. So I'm actually
dude. That's gonna be. I need video. We need content of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure. I'm a huge like gangster rap fan. So
nice.
And with an orchestra is like the most thing ever. Like it makes me feel old that I'm like, I can't wait to see this orchestra. But it's with Gucci Mane. It's really
cool. Dude. You have me fired up about that.
I'm kind of jealous.
Well, look, have fun, safe travels, man. Thanks again for coming on, and Logan, we will see you soon. Best of luck, man.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
See you, man.
See ya.
Awesome. All right. So Logan, Ladge Trading, laj.peakbot.com, off to a fantastic start. Wishing him the best of luck in the rest of the market here today. That would be talking about a 15% start at a very approachable at a very approachable amount of cash, 10K. So, and it's going to get easier once PDT comes down June 4th. So, going to be even more people who can get in and enjoy spoils of that strategy and it being fully automated. So, Ben, where else do we head here? Trader trivia, economic events, get out of here, or just economic events?
Yeah, let's go through some economic events. We could save trader trivia for next week. Let's get my screen up here. Let's talk about what's going to happen next week. So this is today, Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report. We can just take a look at the numbers. Numbers lower than expected. Let's move on to next week. So Monday, no events. Market is closed, and the economy, call it closed, right?
Mm-hmm.
No events happening. So we've got to look ahead to Tuesday. Tuesday, not too much going on from our perspective in terms of will the bots run or not. And there's nothing on here that would, at least at surface level, cause a shutdown of getting into new entries. Now looking ahead to Wednesday, there's a lot going on Wednesday, but again, nothing really sticking out. Looking ahead to Thursday, we got PCE, which could get dicey sometimes. We got GDP growth rates, a lot of data, big data day on Thursday. I'd say that Thursdays are typically the big data days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Wednesdays into Thursdays are always a question, but nothing in this schedule here that will turn the bot off. And then, and when I say the bot, I mean our 1DTE bots. And then on Friday, not much going on. So overall, next week, pretty seemingly quiet, short week. We will see what other factors come into play.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that report there. We did just have a question come from Scooby and Preza. Fancy giving away a PDT celebration disc code for Lash? I did it. Lash 15 here. We just got that created. So hopefully you got that. And Logan forgives me, for not asking. So, Ben, any movement on that? No, we're still right around Turbo's call side.
Still toeing the line here. We just have to, I'd love nothing more than to go get some lunch and come back and see SPX trading around like 74.70.
Oh yeah, that'd be lovely. All right, Scooby, better see in the system, dog. We don't just give that to anybody. All right, I'm gonna delete that from YouTube forever. Ben, I think we're out of here.
I think that's just about it, right?
All right, excellent.
So we're not going to be live on Monday.
Nice, thank you. I would have forgotten. Not going to be live Monday. We'll be live a week from today. Same time, same place, same people. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you're automating with PeakBot or somebody in our bot shop, our partner marketplace. We have nearly 50 strategies on the market, all fully automated for you. Copy trading, custom algorithms, options buying and selling, equities, futures coming. If you want to automate your trades, you're going to be doing it with PeakBot, whether you know it or not. So thanks so much. Talk to you soon. And as always, see you at Peak. Take care, everybody.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.